I'm in a good mood. I woke up in a good mood today. That doesn't always happen. But round of applause, you woke up in a good mood today. All right, that's most of you. Like, it seems like this is a nice town. I feel like a couple of you should have clapped your hands. Like, it's hop outside and you're like, oh, it's nice. There's a lot of sky here. I like it. I woke up in a good mood. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, what? Again? Okay. Today I woke up. I was like, what? Again? Okay. Carpe that diem. I had pep in my step. I knew I got to tell jokes here tonight. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm so excited. Got a little weird. Spent a lot of time in the car today. I didn't get a chance to get out and wiggle my body, and this stage is not big enough for me. And they surrounded it with glass. I'm like, oh, cool. What a fun little cage that I hope I don't ruin. I want a bicycle, for sure, because I definitely have bits about that. Just like Greg did. You saying you wouldn't try to fuck that 17-year-old if he rolled up on this? Like, what? You got a good leg muscle. You hop on the bars. He'll get you there. Oh, man. I don't know how you guys have handled this last year. I got into yoga. Started to do that. Anyone else fucks with stretchings? You're just like, oh, if you guys don't worry about it at all, you're just like, we have hills here, we don't need to stretch. Don't know why I made you German, but it takes on a nefarious tone, doesn't it? You ever notice in any movie, whenever they have a scientist who's a bad guy, they're like, just make him a little bit German, just a little bit. Like, oh yes, we have captured them. You're like, oh, you're sneaky. I don't trust it. I got into yoga. I like it. It's fun. I thought it was going to help me be a calmer person, but oh man, that's not what happened. Now I'm just a pissed off dude who can touch his toes. I'm just like, fucking namaste, dude, namaste. We're gonna try this. Let's do it. Fucking Now it's reserved. I can do it better, but I do not trust my situation. I haven't practiced doing high kicks on the tops of castles. Oh man, I accidentally turned into a runner. It's like, yeah, I didn't do it on purpose. Like, why would it? I mean, do we have any runners here? Yeah. A couple of you? Okay, is this a jogging town? A little bit? Okay. All right. Some of you are into it. I don't know. I get why people aren't a fan of runners, but like the reaction you get when you're like, hey, I started running, people are super weird about it. They're always like, what? Why'd you do that to me? Not doing. What do you think I'm training for? Like, do you think I'm getting trained to like chase you or something? Like, are you worried about how you beat me in tag in second grade, Steven? Because it's not happening again, bud. I'm not saying I would like win in tag, but I'm saying I would probably beat you in tag. So I'm just really honestly trying to turn into the coolest fourth grader imaginable. I can do high kicks. I'm really, really fast. I don't know how you guys were in elementary school, but legitimately, I thought running fast was like the first form of flirting. Like I'd be like, oh, there's my crush. And I'd be like, oh, it's so fast. What did I think was gonna happen? Were they just gonna see me just like zoom, zip by and be like, oh my god, did you see how fast Luke was? I should probably suck his dick in a decade. It's age appropriate then. I get why people don't like runners though. I get it, because I still feel that way on occasion. You know, say you're like driving home Sunday morning, you're a little hungover, you're driving, see some dude jogging on the side of the road, which is fine, but he's not wearing a shirt, which is rude. Honestly, if you're jogging, you're like, I don't need my shirt. I'm like, good for you and your self-esteem. I mean, good for you. And he's jogging, but he's also wearing a mask. You're like, bruh, you're outside. Rona can't get you here. You remember to cover your mouth, but not your nips. I don't like this. Just out here, what would I know with my body? And a part of you just wants to be like, ah, da-dun, da-dun. Like, just a little bit. Just be like, oh man, you're so fast. Not fucking fast enough, Steven. Tag, you're it! What happened? Okay, how this started. I did not read the directions on an edible before eating it. I would recommend you guys do that. Do you guys have sneaky snacks out here? You have a cool friend? I mean, it was just made legal. That's fantastic. Some of you might get into jogging more after that. No, what happens if you haven't tried edibles before? I would recommend just read the directions. It's the only kind of food I ever read the directions for. I adhere to the serving size on edibles. If they're like I could get a pizza and it's like feeds a family of 4. I'm like, dude, guess who's eating for a family of 4? It's this guy. It's me. But with edibles, I got cocky. I ate the cookie. I was like, that was a delicious treat. And I was like, I should read the back, see how many serving sizes were in that. You look at it and it's just like, it says 4 T7. No. That is way more people than I am, people. 47, that is not good. Oh my God. All right, well, why is my butthole pulsating? That's not what I thought was going to happen in my body. Just sitting there, and I'm like, my butthole, is it trying to talk to me? I shouldn't have sit on it. It's trying to talk to me. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk around this living room a little bit to see if I can get this energy out. But I'm like, just like this stage, this living room was not big enough for me. So I was like, let's just walk it out outside. Let's get it out. Let's work this demon out of BH. And I was walking around my neighborhood. I don't know if you guys know this about walking, but it is just a gateway drug to running. If you walk for long enough, eventually you're like, I can do this faster. So I started to jog like on occasion, and normally I do a new habit and it lasts a little bit, but I really did enjoy like taking edibles and like going on a walk and eventually being like, we're too high, and then running a little bit. And on one of those occasions, I got chased by some birds. Y'all ever been chased by birds before? Yeah, what kind of bird?
It was actually a geese, so that's a bird. So
Geese are birds. You got it right. You started off right, then you doubted yourself, and then you're like, nope, I was right the first time. Next 2 words. Everyone together. Geese are birds. Also, fun fact, ducks are birds. It's alright, man. We haven't peopled in a while. Believe me, like, it's uncomfortable, like, when, like, a cashier wants to talk to you and you're like, what the fuck, you're not at my TV screen, like, what are you doing? I've talked to no one for 12 months. How is this supposed to happen? Did you just compliment yourself? Who are you as a person? You fucked that up and you're like, good job, you. These are birds, now everyone knows. Geese, that's a pretty common one though. That's a pretty common. They're mean. They have so much neck. If I had that much neck, I wouldn't be that much of a dick. Just a quick little like you need like some you need Greg with his fucking katana collection. He's like sa sa sa. All right, you guys don't like dead birds, okay? I didn't get chased by a goose. I was out on a run and I got chased by crows for like a month straight. Like it happened over and over. I would just go out on a run, maybe a little high, because that's all right, it's fun for me. And first time I went on a run, I just hear, I'm like, all right, I'm near trees, that's fine. And also crows kind of cacaw me all the time. Like I like crows, I don't think they like me. Because anytime I'm just walking about, living my life, a crow sees me, I don't see it, but it's always just like, ah! I'm like, all right. Hi. I see you seeing me, man. He's just staring at me all like sketchy. He's like, who the fuck are you, dude? I'm like, I'm Luke, dude, caca. Why are you so mad at me? They're such smart birds, man. It's creepy smart. Like they'll solve puzzles and stuff like that. And I don't like how they look at you. Like they have that same energy like as those dudes that just like live at the gym. Like you know those guys? Where you see them and you're like, yo dog, what shape are you trying to become? Like if you were a Pokemon, what's your final form? Like the shape, what is it? You're trying to become a rhombus? Is it a trapezoid? Because that's a muscle, maybe. I don't know. And you see one of those guys out in the wild in the grocery store, you walk up next to him and he's always like, oh, well, you're here? Oh, that's fine. Just don't touch my protein shake. Caw. They're like exactly these little tiny gym bros, hippity hopping around every which way. Trying to go in a grocery store, it's like, caw to you, dude! And crows, man, they got too much confidence. They're very confident birds. They hang out in the middle of parking lots, roads, and when cars drive at them, they don't fly away, they just look at the car and they're like, fucking whatever, dude, it's gonna hop out the way. If I had more room, there'd be more hopping. I practiced my hops earlier today. I went at least 15 feet this way, and I hopped back. And the crows, they don't like use their legs, they just throw their hips. Which is kind of disrespectful, if you ask me. You're like, I'm fucking gonna murder you with momentum. He's like, nice fucking try, dude. And they got those weird, spindly legs, kind of like those dudes at the gym. Which doesn't make sense to me, like, at all. I'm like, how is that even physically how did you make that happen to your body? How can you even get that top heavy? I thought every day was leg day when you're a big boy. Like you're turning into a wind hazard. You're becoming an SUV. A strong breeze hits you from the side, you can be like, oh shit, topple over. But don't worry, they got that good upper body strength. They fall down, they'll be like, what? Back up again, dude! Crows remember your face. You thought about that? Did you know that? They remember your face. That means if you're rude to a bird, he's like, fucking noted, dude. Saw what you did. Gonna remember what you did. Gonna tell all my crow bros what you did. Next time you're by this dumpster, it's gonna get weird, dude! That's what they do, man. And I was like, is that what happened to me? Because I've been nice to crows this whole time. Because I know what they're capable of. I saw that hippity hop, I don't want to fuck with that. But I realized, this look that I have, it's not a unique look. I'm a bald dude with a beard. What do you fucking do? What's up, bud? See you this whole time, avoided eye contact the entire time. Because I knew I was going to get into this joke and I wanted the idea fresh. Yeah, man. I think, same shirt, we know. We're redundant, man. How often do you see someone who looks identical to you? At least once a day. Is it a mirror? That'll get you sometimes. I've done that where I've just been like walking and I see in my peripherals like a dude and I was like, that guy looks sketchy as shit. And I look over and I'm like, that's a me in a mirror. So I'm saying, like, I think what happened is that, like, some bald dude with a beard was, like, a dick to some birds. He, like, pissed off one bird, and that bird's just like, fucking never again! Any shiny up tippity top, hairy in the face. Which, like, initially it sucked. With the day it happened, I was like, am I becoming a Disney villain? Oh, no. But after, like, a couple weeks, I was like, getting faster? Like, it's so motivating being chased by a murderer. I step outside my house and I was like, let's get after it, come on, dude! And like, I'm like, yeah! Motivating. But this is like a pretty redundant look. I started losing my hair like pretty early. When did you start losing your hair? Early 20. Early 20. Like, do you remember the day?
It's like June 5th.
2016, okay. He said that the date confidently, though. He was like, June 5th, I was like, is he pulling my leg right now? So, okay, all right. So you're fairly, 2016, so you're about 5 years deep into this? My condolences. Yeah, I started when I was 17. Not to sad brag at you, but yeah. No, I started losing my hair at 17. I actually, I was raised religious. I'm not religious anymore. I actually stopped believing in God as a teenager. And then immediately afterwards, started losing my hair. And I was like, oh, what a coincidence. I'm like, you're not real. I was like, we'll fucking see. It's rude. I didn't even lost my virginity at that point. So I'm like, yeah, God, who really stopped believing in whom? I feel like it's a bit of a two-way street there, buckaroo. So I've been bald for a while, and as soon as like this is what happens to most bald dudes, you start losing your hair. You're like, I'm gonna grow a beard. That's what I'm gonna do. But turns out all the other bald dudes do this too. And I just everywhere I looked, I'd see versions of me. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do to differentiate myself? I'm gonna get some tattoos. But apparently they got that memo too. So I see versions of me wherever I go. Maybe not wearing the same fucking shirt, but fairly often wearing the same shirt. And I don't know if you've ever played this game. It's a game I like to play. Is whenever I see a doppelganger, I also call them lookalikes on occasion. If I have like high self-esteem, I'm like, look at this fucking lookalike. I like to walk past them, and I whisper just a little bit too loudly. I walk past them, and I just go, "You're not me." Just keep walking. Keep it pushing. For the most part, they've all had like a relatively good sense of humor about it. They've either been like confused or like, oh. I'm worried at some point I'm gonna make that joke and the dude is not gonna like it, and we're gonna have to maybe get a little physical with it. Say what?
Birds.
No, I know. I'm trying to understand it. Are you guys just gonna wait 5 minutes and then be like, "Hey, you talked about that earlier, right?" Wait 3 seconds. He's gonna tell himself he's awesome. I'm only attacking you because I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, look like. Yeah, I worry. I worry about like getting in like because no one's gonna help that situation. If two of me's are fighting, everyone's gonna be like, oh shit. We're just gonna let these two bouncers sort this out. Yeah. Apparently someone's getting kicked out of the Safeway, so. Do you have to be 21 to be here? I don't know. I like it when laughter sounds painful. They're like, are you having fun or are you hyperventilating? Either way, I'm killing. Okay, all right. Oh man, I live in Western Washington. I don't know. I'm trying to be like an ally. I'm kind of one of those wannabe woke whites. Is that where you guys pull back? Okay. No. I know where I am. I'm trying to make the jokes work. Okay. We don't have to be the same person. There's already enough of me. I don't know. Like I'm trying to be like an ally. I want to be like a good person or whatever the fuck I have to say to make up for how hate crimey I look. I just want to fit in, y'all. I do. We have an aggressive look. Like if someone yelled some German Nazi shit that didn't look like us and someone turned, they'd be like, it was probably that guy. Based off of appearance, that guy looks like he's prejudiced. I don't know. I've known Greg for like over 2 years now. We started working out together a little bit over 2 years ago, before I really knew him. And he knows that I'm like trying to be one of these woke whites, but he also enjoys making fun of me and my fumble bummy attempts to do that. And he likes to have fun. And he has a very monotone voice. He has one of those voices when he says stuff, you're just like, hey, are you joking or do I need to remember this later because judges will be involved? Like what's happening, man? I don't want to get involved. You gotta warn me. We started going to the gym together, and I don't like gyms. Too many mirrors, I don't need to see that much of my body, especially if I'm going there to have less body. I don't look good when I sweat. I look warm and pink. It's not ideal. But we've been going for a couple weeks, and I started to see results. My arms starting to get bigger, so I was stoked about that, so I tell Greg, that's what you tell your workout partner. You're like, yo man, all that effort and stuff, it's paying off. Arms are getting stronger. Without missing a beat, he goes, yeah man, it's gonna make it way easier for you to choke people to death with your hands. Fucking what, Gregory? Is that why you're here? That's not why I'm here, man. I'm here to get better at fighting off birds. Ah, fight the sky! Man, I don't know how to react to him sometimes, man. I was doing this exercise. It's called the overhead press. don't know if you guys know what that is. It's where you have a bar and you hoist it above your head like that. I don't know if you know this about bars and heads, but if they collide, not ideal. It's not good. It's not good. Bad things happen. You become less aerodynamic. You might forget some shit. It's not good. So Greg, he was spotting you. You want to have a workout partner spotting you when you're doing this, especially if you're at the end of the workout day, like you're tapped out, you're running on fumes. And I was doing that. It was my last rep on my last set, and I was going. And the mirror right here. Like, why are you here? Like, I can see myself, and I'm struggling, I'm sweating, I'm not having a good day. I recently shaved off my beard because I had lost like 5 pounds. And I was like, hey, so that was a mistake. 5 pounds is not as many pounds as you thought you had. It's not. Anytime a dude shaves off his beard and has no hair up tippity top, he immediately is like, oh, I got resting dickhead face. Yeah. I have a dick's head. I have a dick's head. That's fantastic. So that's just going through my head as I'm struggling, sweating, just like, you got a dickhead face, dum, dickhead face. And then the previous day, I'd gone to a stand-up comedy show, and I'd seen some of my peers, and one of them looked at me, saw I was wearing a red shirt, and was just like, yo, dog, you look like a thumb. And I was like, I don't know what that is. They're like, Google it, it's from Spy Kids. So I Googled it to hurt my own feelings. Yeah, now I know for sure I could never wear a red shirt and red shorts, because that's who I am as a person with no beard. So that's all going through my head. I'm just struggling, just like, you got a dumb thick head, dumb thumb face, dumb thick head, dumb thumb face, dickhead, dumb. And the bar gets over my head. Greg, he's behind me. He's a good workout partner. He sees that I'm struggling. So he leans in to say something inspirational. He whispers just a little bit too loudly, and he goes, white power. I'm like, is this a test? Like, what was I supposed to do as an ally? Like, how am I supposed to react to that? Like, I didn't know what to do. All I knew for sure is I wasn't supposed to go, yeah! That's the last little bit I needed to put the final pep in my step! That is not the ideal response. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, Greg is a really good friend. Cool, all right. I've been going to the grocery store a lot this last year, because I guess that's one of my hobbies now. And I was at the grocery store figuring out what I wanted to have for snacks or for dinner or whatever, just perusing. And I saw this kid just like screaming, running around the corner, yelling at his mom. And you ever just seen like undiagnosed ADHD in the wild? And he's like, what's up, little dude? Game recognized, game, what's up? Like, and he's running, and he has like his blue bag, and he starts screaming at his mom. He's like, Mom, Dad said we could have sun chips. And then he starts running around the car. He's like, ah, your whole brain. I was like, what the fuck is your life, little dude? Because it was a blue bag. That's original sun chips. Just boring, basic sun chips. It's not harvest cheddar. It's not French onion. It's not garden salsa. And he's this happy? Do you guys know how good I have to be at doing drugs to be that happy again? Holy shit, man. You can't just do a bunch of drugs and be like, that'll do it. Nah, man, you gotta thread that needle. You gotta do the right amount of drugs. Not too much, but not too little. You gotta be around the right people, but not the wrong ones. You have to get out of your car, stretch enough, do some yoga, run a little bit maybe, be chased by some birds. You gotta look in the mirror, but not too much. It's difficult. It's difficult to get sun chips at the end of the day. Honestly, it's kind of like playing a game of Plinko, where you just like start and hope. You're just like, oh, ting 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 ting. Sunshine! So, guess what I bought that day? Fucking sun chips, for sure. I was like, that is a fantastic idea, little dude. I'm for sure gonna do that. But I didn't get original. Got garden salsa because I was feeling zesty. All right. How much time can I do, Alex?
You're, like 10 more if you
10 more minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah! I got 10 more minutes of talking times. Okay, what do I want to do though, specifically, that I know you guys will enjoy? Okay, I do. And I do comedy on Thursdays. No, all right, let's get to this. Oh, October is ADHD Awareness Month. I don't know if you guys know that. Why would you? And I think that's a little bit weird to dedicate an entire month to people that are bad at remembering things. It's a lot of time to expect us to do that shit. But on the bright side, it ends in candy, so that's pretty cool. I think it's so weird when people have like things that are raising awareness of you need to do an activity. Like with ADHD, I'm planning on just getting like a bunch of people in the center of town and be like, hey, we're all doing a 5K, fucking scatter! Go! It doesn't matter, just go! Silly the things people do for that sort of stuff. There's a guy, he did this in October of 1995. He rode a jet ski off of Niagara Falls. Yeah, and he said he did it to raise awareness of homelessness. How are those connected? How does that help the cause? I can't be like, hey you guys, I'm going naked skydiving. Oh what, you don't care? It's for toys for tots. I am raising awareness that tots need toys, so pay attention to me and my flying penis, it's all cool. Yeah, he was a stuntman. He had like a jetpack and a parachute, because I guess he thought he was Buzz fucking Lightyear. He went off it. He's like, I'm gonna fly. And he didn't really fly. It was more like falling with style, because he died all the way. Yeah, all the way dead, completely, entirely, no more. Which is sad. But I'm like, yo, on the bright side, at least one home became available. He helped the cause. I don't like how much empathy is in this room right now. I get it, the check drop happens, you guys are doing math in your head, but fuck this dude. I do not feel bad for him. He's been planning it for 7 years, he should have checked his parachute. Also, he did that October of 1995. May 1995, a song came out, a hit song that warned all of us of the dangers of chasing waterfalls. Telling me he didn't hear it? TLC was very specific. They said, stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to. You're gonna have it your way or nothing at all. You're moving too fast. All right, you guys didn't like that one as much as I'd hoped. That's fine. I don't want pity applause. No, I appreciate the sentiment, but it's just weird. We're like, you guys didn't like it. You're like, here you. All right, I do gotta get out of here, so I want to at least talk about this. I'm gonna hang out. We do have a second show, so you guys can hang out for a few. Then you gotta go. But I'm gonna be selling shirts and hoodies. Like I said, I actually hadn't done the jokes about metal music yet. Let's see, I might not have time. But I'm selling these shirts. It's a picture of me or you. Who is it? We don't know. What's your name, man? Dylan. Fucking Dylan. Is it Luke? Is it Dylan? Who knows? We're the same person. So we're wearing the exact same shirt. It's a picture. It's me. That's me, but that's Dylan, and that's me, but then that's Dylan right there. They're really, really cool. I like them. They're very, very comfortable shirts. Good T-shirts. I hate like when I go to like metal shows and stuff like that. You see a band you like, and you're like, I'm gonna buy your shirt. I want to support you, and you put the shirt on, and it just chafes on your nips, and you're like, that's not how I want my nips treated. I'm supporting your art, and you're hurting my nips. So I make sure these shirts, they cup your tits just the way you like your tits cupped. They're very nice, they're soft, they're supple. I have sizes small through XXL, and I literally tried on every single one of these shirts to make sure they cup my nips the way I like my tits cup. Not my nips cup, that's uncomfortable. It does crack me up because I've had these shirts for a while and I travel to do comedy quite a bit, and that means that if I ever get in a car wreck and I'm not conscious to explain the situation, that means the EMTs are just going to look at dozens of articles of clothing with my face on them and be like, holy shit. This guy apparently really cared about himself. Not enough to wear a seatbelt though, so don't worry, big sky. I clicked it. I don't want a ticket. Okay, all right. But also, yeah, I'm selling the shirts for $25. I have hoodies. I'm selling them for $45. I can take cash. Credit card doesn't even have to be yours. I'm fucking cool. And all the proceeds, like, they go to a good cause. I'm about $70 away from being able to afford a jet ski. Good. The callback to the joke you guys didn't laugh enough at worked. Okay. All right, I got a skadoodle. Before I get out of here, just a quick question. Do you guys like orgasms?
Yeah.
That wasn't all of you. About a third of you responded in the affirmative. I was like, hey, y'all like coming? And some of you are like, what do you like to know? Yeah, that's why I asked. 100% of you should have been just like, yeah, I like to do it. I mean, it's the reason we're all here. I mean, not tonight. Although I don't know what Big Sky does after hours. Y'all, they call us Big Sky and then later Big Orgies. But I do not think that orgasms are fair. I do not think they're fair. It only takes a man's orgasm to start the process of creating life. Doesn't take a woman's. That's not fair. But I think on the flip side, a woman's orgasm, what? So much better. So much better. Every time I've seen a woman have an orgasm, I'm like, that looks fantastic. What is happening in your body right now? That's not what happens to me, man. It looks like so much. A women's orgasm, it looks like a roller coaster. Because when it starts, it's like. We have another 5 minutes of this, okay? She doesn't feel comfortable. She's not in the right headspace. You guys are being too quiet. She needs a little bit of sound in the background to get her right. And it gets to the top, and I'm like, oh, is it happening? And she's like, and the roller coaster goes down, up and around. It's doing loop-de-loops and shit. She's kicking her legs every which way. She's like, oh my god! It looks like so much fun, but also dangerous. She's wearing a seatbelt right now. And it keeps going, and eventually it gets to the end. She gets off. She's like, that was fantastic. I'm gonna go hydrate. I got a fast pass. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. I'm like, what? Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair at all, man. Because for me, it's like a roller coaster. But when it starts, it's like, gets to the top, and I'm like, oh, it's my favorite part. The second chance! Oh, no. How do I do more of the ride? I would like to do more of the ride. I gotta go wait in line? With a stupid floppy ticket? Oh, man, he looked really cool 30 seconds ago, and now he just looks sad. How long do I have to wait? Oh, until it's tall enough to ride the ride again? That makes sense.